Okay, we're live right now, guys.
Awesome. Where's the pack of cards?
I got it.
Okay, all right. We're live, pal. This is Synergy, boys and girls. We're shooting this way. All right. This is Synergy, everybody. We just finished up Basement Bar Show. Special guest, the host of Basement Bar Show, Steve Mezzano. A inspiration for this very program and our side of the world. So thank you for, first of all, for doing your show during the quarantine. It was very entertaining. If you're not following Basement Bar Show on the internet and watching their live Facebook show, getting into your second season in September.
Beginning September, second season coming up. It's going to be great. You know something I was just telling a friend about the show?
Yeah.
Because it's genius that you would sit there and talk about baseball cards.
It's jumping in and out. The only substitute would be like inside, I think.
Before we record it.
Yeah. Let's try to keep going for right now. We got 7 people in the.
On the Wi-Fi?
Okay.
We're on the Wi-Fi, but it's jumpy.
Yeah. But either way, all right. The idea to do the baseball card show just basically came out of boredom.
COVID boredom.
That's why we drink. I found a bunch of stuff on and on eBay and bought cards, and I was like, well, let me throw myself into it. Read a bunch of articles of people into retro cards during the quarantine.
What can't you
And
buy
here we are.
Seriously.
Children, I don't think.
Meth?
That's dark internet. How are we doing? How are we doing with the audio, guys?
Yeah,
Give us
and anybody
Yeah,
hear us? Like,
anybody hear us?
microphone check early in this.
That's
one.
dark web stuff.
It's all
Mike.
web stuff. I have to steal some of this.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have to tell you.
Have some Big League
This
Chew.
is like, as a kid, I just would eat the whole bag in like 10 minutes.
It's an acquired taste. I will put it that way.
It is.
That's a big hunk. Oh, jeez.
We're good on this. We're good on the sound. I think we're gonna be able to hear.
He's gonna be a regular 10 power.
We're gonna be able to hear Steve
No, I'm
chewing.
good.
We're also off to the side here. We're joined by Steve's wife, Mo, who is the producer
Give the producer thumbs up.
for the Basement Bar Show. Today's National Baseball Card Day, so why not pick one of the best sets of cards to go crazy
We
with?
saved them for.
Just showing everybody at home a little bit more about the outside of the pack. Give me a little bit of a let's pick up history with baseball cards. Were you a collector back in the day?
I was.
Okay.
I saved about 50 different baseball cards.
Really?
I have Ricky
Only 50.
I have Ricky Henderson's rookie.
Here.
I've got the sun pounded on my head.
Yeah. Also, it's National Baseball Card Day. So,
One of the greatest collector item baseball cards ever.
return of the Billy Ripken F-face shirt.
But yeah, I love baseball cards.
Yeah. No, and it really it was something that our generation, kids in the 80s, we flipped the cards, collect them, trade them. Then you bought sets of cards, and you're really investing money, thinking like, oh, this is gonna be my nest egg for the rest of my life, and then
And then it was the next
bottom dropped out of it. So, we do our best. I don't know what producer Matt, come back. I need you to give me some notes for this pack.
I needed my phone so I can repost that we're live, pal.
Okay, yeah.
Have you lost the flavor of that bubble gum yet?
Oh,
gone
it
by now, right?
immediately goes
Yeah.
away. The Big League Chew, it
Passed away yet.
it's a pasty taste. the
Yeah.
Big League Chew.
So Topps 1987, right? That's what we're doing today.
sir. Yep.
Okay. Influx of rookie cards here. Mike's very excited about
love rookie
these.
cards.
The Tony Fernandez rookies?
They're
Rest in peace, Tony.
all the research on this one for. I didn't get much of my backstories that I normally get, but we're looking for a Barry Bonds rookie card, Greg Maddux rookie card, Barry Larkin, Mike Greenwell, who's a Red Sox in honor of
a couple of really good guys.
in honor of Steve being on the show.
Was he supposed to be the new Carly Yastrzemski?
There's a long tradition of left field.
Yeah.
And because apparently the Brewers are fans of leader of the pack, BJ Surhoff.
BJ Surhoff.
Wow.
Yes. He's a future star in this one.
So without further ado,
Yeah,
Mike,
we're gonna roll right into this.
How many episodes have you
Now,
done?
do I have to remember?
we're at
these guys? Is that
28 or 30.
You know you're gonna stop me. You're gonna be like, remember this guy? I'm gonna be like,
Oh no, I'm gonna listen. Like not only the
I
card
love the
itself,
go. Love the go.
don't need to go.
I've done it. I did it on the last episode.
I'll take a hit.
Really?
You're gonna spit it right out.
Get the ambulance ready.
I got them on dial.
Take the other hit.
All right.
Oh, God.
I know.
I
Right?
told
The
you.
immediate reaction should be, oh god.
Stop. It's just trash.
It's close to 30.
I advised our last show. I advised everybody to not do this.
Nobody listens.
Don't ever eat poison.
So I'm really looking forward to this because, like, you don't know what you're gonna get.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. All right, first card.
All right. Don't worry
Losing the
about
wrapper.
that.
Littering the All right, we've got Detroit Tigers, third baseman, outfielder, Sweet Jacket.
He's actually styling. It looks like
Third base shortstop, Tom Brookins.
I remember him.
Tom Brookins, I think he ended up being a coach.
Team, though, right?
He was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came in probably 82.
This may be a
Maybe
duplicate.
early. I think we might have had a Tom Brookins in season.
It might have been this one.
Really?
Oh no, we didn't have a card with that Sweet Jacket on it.
I remember the bifocals and
He's a spectacle guy.
he's a spectacle and the sweet mustache.
But I believe he's either a commentator or a coach for Detroit to this day.
I'm gonna keep these back here.
It's like the satin jacket you got if you won the Little League World, like your Little League.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Like it's really nice. Like,
Yeah.
I wish, like, if it wasn't the summer, instead of jerseys today, we could have just worn satin jackets.
Oh, he's got one from his.
And just
I
been
do. I have one. I don't think it fits. It's a form fitting now.
Oh, okay, right. It's a snug guy.
Did that exists in the realm of starter jackets?
We've got the next card up, Minnesota Twins pitcher. Look at on Mark Hope.
That it looks like.
He
a
looks like he's
sad-
contemplating the fucking 3-run home run he just gave up.
Remember when you had your picture
Well,
taken
no,
at
that's
Sears?
true.
That's what
Yeah,
he
that's
had his
a-
picture taken at
It's a
Sears.
sad Sears portrait.
He's gonna be looking at like, what's my next job? This is not gonna.
Yeah. Do I have a degree? No. Mark Portugal. All right. A villain in baseball. I know you're a Red Sox guy. And maybe like early in the career you would say, no, I'll stand behind him. And he did no wrong then. But Roger Clemens, All-Star, 1987.
This is it. So the interesting part about this card is the all-star graphic on the bottom, which you guys can see. They did it. I mean, we talked about it, and we've talked about it on previous episodes about how nice this set is.
Oh no, yeah. I mean the wood border around it. Good.
When he had the wedding, was it 1 year 24?
Yeah. Oh no, and he won 6 Cy Youngs.
Yeah.
5 or 6 Cy Youngs.
6.
6. Yeah.
Roger Clemens retired all 9 men he faced to win the All-Star Game MVP award in 1986.
I remember that.
He was fierce. Like at the beginning of his
Yeah.
career, untouchable.
Yeah.
Then became a liar. Bailed out on my family at a golf outing once.
Really?
Was supposed to be there as a special guest.
I was thinking this is gonna be like a
It's that
therapeutic show
personal
for you.
fit, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Listen, we've gone into the depths.
He
All right, we're peeling
didn't
back
want to
layers
play
here.
golf in the rain.
Mike's like an ogre. He's got layers.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
a
or
Shrek.
onion.
That's a Shrek. That's a Shrek reference.
Both. Onion on the outside, ogre on the inside. Pitcher, great pitcher. The Baltimore Orioles, Scott McGregor.
He was good.
He, when, I guess through Oriole history, like he was on the team in '82 when
Was
they won the
83?
World
I think
Series.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say 83 was his
83 was
best
when they
year.
won the World
He had a really
Series.
good year.
He did it.
Was he one of the ones that won the 20 games when 4 of them won 20?
Might have won. Steve Stone won 20 games for Baltimore in the '80s.
4 of them won
Mike
20 one
Flanagan.
year.
1980, he went 20-8,
Yeah.
and in '83 he went 18-7, both with about 3.15, like 3.18 ERAs.
Do we want to do a world famous height check?
Let's do a world famous height check on Scott McGregor.
Height check.
Height check. You heard it here first.
He's a pitcher. Normally pitchers pretty tall dudes.
Yes. So let's get the official guess from the guest, Steve.
I'm gonna go 6'2".
6'2". Mike.
I'm gonna go Scott McGregor, 6'4". I'm going tall.
So also historically, Mike is awful at this game.
I think I've only.
Let's get a guess from over here.
12 inches.
Melissa's guessing 1 foot.
Oh. Uh-oh.
We're playing the wrong game here. This is a kids show.
It's a G-rated show.
Steve, let's get a guess from Steve-O.
I'm going to go 6 foot even.
6 foot even.
So 1 second, just so you know, we're still. Just so you guys know, you're watching Blue Lab Bar Liquor,
We're still here.
right? So make a donation, right?
Oh yes, that's right.
But before we get into that, we got a 6'3" guess, a 6'1" guess.
You interrupted the guest.
pancreatic cancer.
Okay, go ahead.
$1. $1.
And we'll mention the charity drive at the end.
Yep, I was gonna say, if you're making a donation, I will personally message you a cocktail that I make from scratch, recipe. If you add $10 to your donation,
This is great.
Who wants to be harassed by you?
This is great.
it's a message.
Everybody.
Message.
Okay, so we got a couple guesses in here. The winner today is PM.
PM.
6'1".
6'1".
6'1".
Which means he
Deceptively.
was really 6 foot because they lied.
Yeah,
about
yes,
it.
they lied about
Baseball,
everything.
We've gone on record.
We've
saying,
we've infamously
All lies.
called out Tops because the name of the guy.
it was Terry Forster.
Terry Forster easily pushed 260 pounds. They had him at like 235 on the card.
Yeah.
But PM once again wins.
He's good at
He picked up the Google machine. I'm positive that he's not guessing these
he's
heights
got it.
correct.
He's
He's
got it.
5'6". He's 5'6". There's no way he knows the real height of somebody.
Yeah, once you get over 5'7", it's like you might as well be 12 feet tall.
Yeah.
Good point.
The Marianne guess was nowhere to be seen today.
Favorite of the show. I believe he's still a pitching coach in the league. Left-hander Rick Honeycutt. At this point, Dodgers, long career. Ended up, I think,
Honeycutt.
being excellent for the Oakland A's at the end
Oakland, he
of the
played for
decade.
Oakland. Yep.
Is it safe to say, in your opinion, though, that like, if there's a kid out there that's like 6, the father should just take the right arm behind his back
And just teach him how to pitch left.
because you're going to be a pro.
The lefty pitchers are an equity. That's what happened to you.
That's what happened to me. My mother made me do everything lefty. So
It's going to be another psychological.
also this picture very deceptive. He's only 5'11".
He
looks like
we
he's
have long
seven.
legs.
Yeah. Looks like he's 18 feet tall.
Yeah.
He's all legs. He's all legs.
By the way,
By the way, the
Mike-
show was canceled.
Mike's enjoying the lovely cocktail that Steve made. What's the name of the drink?
Major League.
It's named the Major League drink.
Invented by Steve, by the way. It's like
It's
you know,
really good.
It's really refreshing. It's an apple base, apple cider based
It is good,
beer
actually.
with
And we-
It was Blue Moon and apple cider.
and
Blue
I
Moon,
got a big
apple cider, a little bit of bitters,
hunk of apple inside.
in there, and then just throw a chunk of apple in. It's
Total-
everything American.
Very simple and very delicious.
Total pro.
Not that I'm drinking. I have work today, guys, so I'm not drinking.
Right. No, but honestly,
Total pro.
knows what he's doing. Here we go. Current, and I don't think he's been in the dugout because I think he's under a little bit of a COVID watch himself. We've got first baseman, outfielder at the time, Terry Tito Francona.
Ooh.
Fun fact about Tito.
Good left-handed hitter, by the way.
You have a
Fun
friend?
fact about Tito
Please.
is Don Mattingly played in the minors with him, like same league. And I don't think they're on the same team. At one point, he said he was the best hitter he played with.
I don't
He
disagree
was
with
there
that.
with like a lot of talent.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it
He
didn't
had
work
a
out for him.
good line drive hitter. Could knock a few over the yard. You know, I don't know if he was great in the field, but a good mind for baseball. And
But it's
that's-
baseball, you don't have to be good.
Those who can't
Hall of Fame makes it, you know, you got some headaches.
Right.
Yeah, how many Golden Glove guys got in because they had a good glove? And that, like you need the bat.
Ozzie Smith.
Yeah.
Both sides.
But Ozzie Smith was great behind the plate. He was great at the plate too.
280
He was
was
okay.
He
career, I
had, he had
think.
hits.
You couldn't beat his backflips.
You guys are like the Ozzie Smith
Robinson.
and Tommy Herr. I just thought of that.
Very good.
And like getting the dirt out, he accidentally like unbuttoned the front of his pants and everybody, his pants came down.
I feel like that wasn't an accident, but I mean, they said it was.
Well,
He's not going to come out and be like, I'm a flash or like, arrest me for public indecency, but you know.
30,000 people are witnesses to him just
But he made like an 8-year career.
being a pants dude. He was good. I think he went on to went to the National League after the White
Drafted by the Red Sox, traded to the White Sox.
Might have been
That's as far as I got on that.
Padre. You lost interest right there.
Well, you know, because he was still playing at the time in '87, so you don't get they don't go back and write on the back of the card.
Right, an addendum. And just a little flap that comes out of the back. Here's the rest of it. Another veteran pitcher from the 80s.
Oh, I remember Petrie.
We've got Dan Petrie of the Detroit. A bunch of Detroit Tigers.
Yeah, the early.
Detroit Pack.
should've worn
I think
my Detroit Tigers hat.
between the last two shows, we've gotten a decent amount of
Detroit's starting
Tigers.
they're not in Milwaukee Brewer territory.
No, because in the
Literally
first
every pack
season it was at least one, and if not two. We had, I think there was one pack we opened. It was half a pack of
Yeah, it
fucking
was a
Milwaukee
lot of
Brewers.
Crazy.
A lot of Brewers.
I feel like a May right around here would come out and be like that, you know.
Oh, she'd have a
Game
story
in
about
1989,
Yeah,
and
just,
I
well,
you know,
you know,
I
Dan
put a
Petrie
hex
was-
on his family.
Dan Petrie was a terrible neighbor. I lived next to him for 6 months. He left his garbage.
Hometown, Grosse Pointe Park, Michigan.
Oh,
Hometown boy makes good.
good for him. We always like to joke about this. The spring fever training camp.
Oh, did you win?
We did not win.
Did you
Oh no,
win?
we have to enter.
Oh,
Do you want
Yes,
to fill it out?
so we have to fill it out and mail it in with, I think it's like 10 cents of
Yeah,
stamps.
and we also have to build a time machine and go back in time. But,
I would be curious to see how much.
Yeah, I want to see what
let's do that
happens.
in.
That'd be funny.
Let's mail it.
Yeah,
we do have a pen, but if you were to get a invite to spring training in 1988 to watch a spring training, give me a team that you'd like to see in '88.
The Dodgers, I know,
They won the World Series that year.
But you know what? Honestly, I'm going to throw you a curveball. No pun intended.
I see what you
So
did
what
there.
I would do is I would just choose the area. Thank you. I would choose the area I wanted to go to in Florida or Arizona and go, that's the team I want to go see.
Right.
Okay.
Like,
All right.
Port St. Lucie, I heard it's like a dunk if you're there. I'm sorry.
Yes, we're still on, Kim. Jesus Christ.
Bar's not open yet. Oh, whatever, you go.
You go.
No, I want to boxes away.
All right, now we're back, guys.
So yeah, right. So a good look at like Vero Beach to see
Yes.
the Dodgers would be beautiful.
Welcome to Pool Ave.
And I think it might have been the first year that the Royals were in Kissimmee at like that baseball, like they built that baseball world down there.
Kissimmee, big on highlight.
Big on elderly too.
Yeah. I went down there to visit my grandparents that I didn't know I had at one point, and then I watched a bunch of highlight and went mini
All right,
golfing.
we're back in action here. We've got
Members.
Atlanta Braves reliever and sidearm.
Oh, that's on me, not on you guys.
I'm sure there's going to be a couple guys that are going to be like, man, you know, it's going to be a thing.
I
Okay.
see your face.
All right, we're good.
You're
We're back?
facing the wrong way. Yeah.
We're back.
All right. Okay. All right.
So I don't know where we were, but we had some technical difficulties. So
Barber sidearm.
Sidearm guy, yeah.
Sidearm pitch for a million years.
You know what? That guy
Invented
probably
baseball.
has retired somewhere out in the Midwest, and he's just like, whatever, man. I guess
Just on a ranch. I think he's a snake.
Never had any bad. He's never had like a bad baseball moment, so like he's like, yeah, nobody would recognize him in an airport.
Yeah.
It's fun.
we'll do one of these. That's an edit.
Yeah.
So whole part out.
You think we have that technology?
Yeah, we don't. But
We have a lot of old ball players in this pack.
Man, Jerry Oyster.
The San Diego Padres infielder, second base, short, third base, Jerry Royster. Jerry Royster played for the Dodgers a long time. He was kind of a bench guy when the Dodgers were good in the 70s.
Yep.
Then kind of bounced around, ended up...
this
might have been the
old school Padres with the orange outline as well.
Yeah, I
He
mean...
only plays on the West Coast.
Padres...
We'd like to sign you. Where are you playing? The Mets? No.
Yeah, born in Sacramento, lives in San Diego.
Listen, I can only fly to the East Coast maybe 3 days.
Well, so
3 days in a month.
Maybe
He
has a
played-
bracelet on.
he played 3 years with the Dodgers and then 10 with the Braves. So that just throws our.
All right, well, they were on the West Coast.
He just exposed on baseball.
They
Now.
were.
Listen, I'm known for that.
All right. We've got Texas Rangers, I believe catcher, outfielder. Oh, they say shortstop. Okay.
Walker, Scotty Fletcher.
Thinking of another Scott Fletcher. But yeah, this is Scott Fletcher. Not a lot went on in Scott Fletcher's career.
No.
I don't really, barely made a ripple. I thought he was a catcher a second ago. So that's how memorable he is.
That's how memorable he is.
Scott's father, Richard, once pitched in the minors.
All right. The old Dick Fletcher.
This is Dick Fletcher. This is what I bring to the table. Everybody's like, how does Matt know all this shit? I'm like, I just read off the back of the card.
That was the internet first back.
Fans of the show, even in the second season, know that I hate manager cards. They're a waste of paper.
I
They're in
agree.
the middle of my pack, and I don't like them.
You know, I'm not a fan.
He's a
Stick Michael.
the stick. Gene Michael. Steve, I'll let you go home with that card.
I already have it.
The man who's done everything.
Got it, need it.
They were like, this guy's a genius. He can build teams. He can do all. Let him be a manager. A week
Yeah.
later, they're like, get him out of there.
Get him out of here. Dope. Stick Michael, by the way. Yes,
Oh,
Matt, you have
God.
your finger up.
Yeah, so there's 3 names, let's go with 4, that have ties into.
Good. I already got one for one.
Mark Grace. That would have been.
No.
Now he was on 87.
All right, give us the rest.
Okay. First of all, Steve Trout.
Rainbow.
Steve Trout. Okay.
The 2 that I was looking, Ryan Sandberg. The 2 that I was looking for, Rock Arrow
Wow.
and Jamie Moyer.
Jamie Moyer pitched.
You know what? That's a great one. That guy,
Yeah.
he can pitch tomorrow.
Jamie Moyer's older than Gene Michael.
Very good. Very good, Matt. backup catcher for the Cincinnati Reds. And for second season, we are
Packing a lip.
guys with the packing a lip.
He's packing a fatty.
He's got a dip boy in the side. We've got Sal Butera.
Sal Butera with the fatty. Yes, he does.
Yeah, I remember him. Good backup catcher.
Good backup catcher. Not the guy that you want to put in there every day, though.
No.
Maybe had a little flash every once in a while where it's like he's on a hot streak and he's driving in some runs.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say he never had more than 300 at bats.
Okay, all right. For his
Am I
career.
right?
I think he's young.
Butera.
You're the
Butera guy.
Here's a guy who I'm a guy.
We got Rain Man over here pulling out numbers.
We've got a Met in the pack. We've got one of my favorite Mets, utility outfielder, sometimes first baseman, and a great pinch hitter for the Mets. Danny.
This is Danny Heap. Danny Heap is like Danny Heap has to.
There was 1 year where that guy, like every at bat was a pinch hit. Like, he never.
He's got to be your favorite Met at this point. Because, I mean, first of all, this is probably the second or third time that we pulled a Danny Heap. But Mike speaks so highly of this man.
That's too soon.
Danny Heap.
You would think that he found the end of prohibition before he played in the majors. That's how much Mike loves him.
You also love
I love prohibition. Thanks, guys.
It's like a baseball game.
it's a podcast.
Speaking of baseball games, did you hear the Yankees were trying to stop? They stopped the game last night. I think it was last night. To argue that the Phillies fans outside of the stadium were too.
Outside the stadium.
Nothing
Yes.
surprises me
What a
because
bunch
Philly
of
fans
babies.
are
A bunch of babies.
I'm a Yankees fan. What the?
That's
All right,
lame.
we're getting towards the end here. We've got old Scrap Iron for Phil at the end of his illustrious
He was a
career.
mustache guy. I think.
He was a mustache guy when he was an all-star for the Pittsburgh Pirates.
I can't see any of these goddamn cards.
That's all right. It's for the fans at home to see, not for you to see.
Right. Well, I'm
He gave you
hoping.
the package.
No, I'm hoping that they're seeing them because I can't see it on the
Yeah, you
screen.
can see it.
But yeah, Scrap Iron. I think he led the. I contend that he led the league in batting 1 year in the
Really?
70s. I believe so. Steve, can you?
Not 1870.
I wouldn't have thought so.
But he's
I don't see any batting average. 293 is his highest on the
might
back.
have been a weak year for batting.
Also, in case you guys were wondering, Phil.
Kazlagatara. Yes, 1987.
Year after Mattingly had a great.
Also,
Mattingly a little bit
not
more
in the
memorable,
greatest
so
condition.
hard.
I know you can't see numbers, but it's a little chalked up on the bottom.
All right. Good eye, Matt. All right.
Carnegie tops.
Backup second baseman for the Mets and ended up being a coach for the Mets.
He's on the 87
Solid
team,
dude.
right?
87 team,
86 team.
86 team, and the 87 team. This is the 87.
You know what? He was supposed to be better than he was. He
Timmy
just
Tuffle.
never got there.
Tim Tuffle. I don't think it was a lack of talent for Tim Tuffle. Matt, you want to grab that?
Wasn't he like
Sure.
the eye candy at like one point in 1986? Like people thought he was a
Handsome.
good-looking dude.
He got into that. I believe he was part of the fight though in the
He
bar
did.
in Houston.
Yes.
So maybe it was
Maybe
women.
not, yeah.
Women were
Wow.
in his box, and he just needed to punch a dude in the face.
Kid show.
But yeah, Tim Tuffle was decent. You know,
Batted
he
308
lasted
in
there for a
83.
while. Played a little bit of third base too. Towards the end, they shifted him from second base to third base.
I do remember that.
Last card.
What's a great way to end this?
I hate manager cards. I hate manager cards, and I hate this manager.
He would hate doing this picture.
Well, no, he'd want it signed. We'd want to be able to collect money from this. You know why? Because it's baseball scumbag Peter Rose.
So,
The last time we had the
You know
87
Charlie
top,
Hustle?
I do not.
you know who doesn't like Charlie Hustle?
What's your
Ray
beef?
Fosse.
Ray Fosse does not.
Ray Fosse still doesn't know
Does
that.
not. No, he's he got his brain scrambled. Ray Fosse, an all-star, by the way.
Yeah, never again.
Never again. Well, he was mush after that.
You know, well, listen though, you play hard. You know that I'm a Rose guy. because
What's your
you go
beef
at it, you go
with
at it.
the whole, and it's not about the gambling as much as it is about the just overemphasis on being just a nudge about getting in the Hall of Fame.
You don't think he deserves
You're
it?
not going in there
No.
until you die, Pete.
We didn't ask
So let
you.
me ask you a question.
Die.
I view Pete Rose as the Ric Flair of baseball.
Oh, no.
Cheater, dirty, but
You know something, Mike? He just made the list.
You just made the
Oh,
list.
God.
Leader of the pack for this card pack. I'm gonna go with the Clemens. Actually,
I put my recommendations up top like I always do.
I mean, I don't know if you're You said you're not a Clemens guy, but you are a Pete Rose guy, so you're scumbag ball one basket rather than
You
the other
should know
one.
what the teams I root for.
Well, let's call this episode Scumbag City.
Scumbag City, right?
Scumbag City.
But yeah, the Roger Clemens card, the 87 All-Star card,
That's the best part.
is the leader of the pack. We've got a few quick notes here.
Yes.
Once again, thank you to Steve and Melissa Offcamera for
Thanks for being on my show. Mark was great.
Yeah.
Basement Bar Show. Make sure you guys go on Facebook. It's the Basement Bar Show, all spaced out.
It'll be
Follow
in the
them.
comments
Yes.
of the video here. We're also, today's National Baseball Card Day. So during National Baseball Card Day and our continuing effort to raise a lot of money for pancreatic cancer, what I'm doing is anybody who makes a donation to pancreatic cancer, and the link will be in the comments as well, and I'll put a separate post up there. Anybody who makes a donation, the first 10 donations that we receive between today and the end of it, we're going to be doing a free unopened baseball card pack from the 80s and 90s for those people.
Yes.
Make sure when we send the link out that you're donating at that link and you're using the hashtag LOTP.
When you donate.
The pack when you
Yes.
donate.
And we'll have somebody coordinating with us.
Our great friend Todd Cohen, who is the chairman of the Pancreatic Cancer Foundation in New Jersey and a great sponsor for the continuing efforts to raise money, he will send the information. We will coordinate with everybody who makes a donation, send them a card, and
Add $10 to whatever that donation is. Tag the Basement Bar Show. I will personally send you a cocktail. You tell me the spirit you like, you'll get it. I'll message you back with it. We're at Pool Ave. Great day.
You're going to send them a recipe.
Yes,
for a
I will
You're
send
not
them
going to put a cocktail in a bag.
Freeze it as an ice cube.
Okay,
and I send
right.
them. No. I'm gonna
Although
send you the
if
recipe.
you're gonna send me a frozen ice pop that has liquor in it, I am all about that
Maybe
game.
that's my new show.
That's your new
Frozen
show.
Ice Pop.
Mike, how about a shout out to Horace Clark?
R.I.P.
Horace Clark died yesterday.
Horace Clark. Who's Horace Clark?
Come on.
Rip.
Horace Clark?
Rip.
No, come on. Really?
We might have to talk off camera.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Clark, a Yankee
Ave,
stalwart in the
Barnes and
60s and
Not a
70s.
Yankee fan. Anyway, back to what you were plugging.
R.I.P. Horace Clark. Pool Ave Bars and Liquors. Come down, have a cheesesteak. The best soups you're gonna get. I know it's gonna be like 90 degrees. But
Yeah. Who wants a hot soup? For producer Matt on the other side, waking up early and doing this.
Oh,
For producer Melissa for helping us out.
am I in the shot?
For of course the great Muda, front and center, making the transition. For old man Steve for helping us out with stats. For tiny Chris Jericho. For my guest Steve Mezzano and the Basement Bar Show. National Baseball Card Day. Get after it.
Yay!